We all know the famous neighborhoods in Tokyo like Shinjuku, Harajuku, and Shibuya. If you're anything like me, you might have been to these areas a lot and want to discover new neighborhoods. Here are 8 incredible underrated places in Tokyo that are definitely worth getting onto your go-to list. You might have heard of some of these places or passed by but never been. Let me tell you a bit about each neighborhood and go into some of the different spots you can visit in each place. Alright, first place we've got Shibamata. Shibamata is well known among older Japanese people as the hometown of Toru-san. Toru-san is the main character of a film series called Otoko wa Tsuraiyo. The film title means it's tough being a man. The film series stars Kiyoshi Atsumi as Toru-san, a traveling salesman wandering from town to town hoping to return to his home in Shibamata. Each film features a different leading lady and a different region of Japan. In Shibamata, you can find different reminders of this film like the bronze statues of Toru-san and his sister Sakura at Shibamata Station. Some of the shops along the shopping street, Taishakuten Sando, even have posters and decorations from the film. At Taishakuten Sando, you can find shops like dumpling shops, candy shops, and Japanese cracker shops. This retro street is filled with shops and buildings that have been in business for over 100 years. You can enjoy eating while walking along this road. There are also stores that rent out yukata here, so if you're interested, try out the yukata experience for yourself. There's also the Torasan Museum here along the Edo River. You can experience the world of Otoko wa Tsuraiyo, but even if you haven't seen the movie, you can enjoy the retro atmosphere of the Showa era. It is a spot where you can feel the traditional Japanese atmosphere. One spot that I really like in this area is the Yamamoto-te, which is a Japanese Western building that incorporates Western architecture, and it's a very old mansion built in the late Taisho period. There's also the Shibamata Taishaku Temple, which is a symbol of Shibamata. Just inside the gate, there is a 500-year-old pine tree that stretches across the hall. This temple is known for its wooden carvings, and you can check out the panels of carvings covering the outer walls of the hall. Each of these panels depict a scene from the Buddhist scripture and folklore. If you get a chance to come here, make sure to go to the temple's garden in the back, which is very unique and well maintained. Alright, next neighborhood I want to tell you about is Ryogoku. Speaking of Ryogoku, many people think of sumo wrestlers, but that's not the only attraction in the area. It is a wonderful neighborhood where you can enjoy sumo, culture, and nature. Edo Tokyo Museum is one of the major sites of the area. The museum offers exhibitions where you can learn about the city of Edo and Tokyo. With the Edo zone and the Tokyo zone in this museum, you can check out the lifestyles, the culture, and the transformation of Tokyo. Former Yasuda Garden is another spot that you should visit in this area. Here you can enjoy the natural sceneries of the 4 seasons. The old Yasuda Garden is a daimyo garden that's said to have been built during the Genroku era. This space is filled with Japanese beauty, with lanterns arranged in the garden full of greenery and the small islands floating in the pond where carp and turtles live. Next neighborhood on the list, we've got Nishi Okikubo. Nishi Okikubo is the town next to Kichijoji, which is said to be the #1 town to live in. Nishi Okikubo is nicknamed Nishi-ogi, has a lot of different old-fashioned shops and a retro townscape with a downtown atmosphere. At the same time, new shops like fashionable old folk house cafes and antique stores are opening one after another, making it a great place to see the old and the new live side by side. There are many shopping streets around Nishi Okikubo Station with a back alley atmosphere. The arcade of Nakadori Gai is colored like a traffic light in green and red. For some reason, a pink statue is suspended on the ceiling of the arcade. There are many interesting shops, cafes, and restaurants here, so make sure to take your time while checking out this place. If you like alcohol, especially Japanese alcohol, then stop by Mitsuya Liquor Store. You can find all kinds of obscure nihonshu from all over Japan here. They've been in business since 1926 and the staff is friendly and helpful without being pushy. They have notes on recommendation bottles, but only in Japanese. One interesting alcohol you can check out here is genshu, which is a local specialty. Next neighborhood I've got for you is Hino. Hino might not be a neighborhood that you know about, but it is definitely one that is worthy to get on your to-go list. Hino has gorgeous greenery and clear streams that make it hard to believe that it is Tokyo. Hino is located in the southern part of the Tama region and can be reached in 30 minutes from the city center. Hino is well known for its association with Shinsengumi, a special police force organized by the military government during the late Tokugawa shogunate. Hino City is the birthplace of Shinsengumi's deputy chief and the leader of the 6th Division. During the Edo period, period, the village of Hino developed as a post station, places where travelers could rest on their journey around the country. There are many different places for you to experience the history and the culture of Shinsengumi here in Hino. One of the places is the Shinsengumi Hometown History Museum. This museum holds a permanent exhibition covering the period from the birth to the end of Shinsengumi and different special exhibitions related to Shinsengumi. You can try out wearing Shinsengumi costumes here, making you feel like a soldier. Yasaka Shrine in Hino is another spot related to Shinsengumi. Apparently, this shrine is dedicated to sword fighters that have learned Tennen Rinshin Ryu, a style that was practiced by the core members of Shinsengumi and also commonly practiced by farmers. Next neighborhood in Tokyo for you is Giugaoka. Giugaoka is one of the most fashionable cities in Tokyo. Named after a local school known for its liberal education, Giugaoka literally means Freedom Hill. It started to develop in 1920s when railways were introduced. Although most of Giugaoka was demolished during World War II, the neighborhood was quickly rebuilt, modernized, and currently ranks as one of the most desirable places to live in Tokyo. No matter what day of the week you visit Giugaoka, expect relaxing vibes with wide pedestrian-friendly avenues, fashionable boutiques, and trendy cozy cafes. La Vita is a unique spot here in Giugaoka that reminds you of Venice. It is a commercial complex with interior shops and general stores, so you can enjoy shopping and sightseeing in an open atmosphere. This place is lit up at night, making the world even more romantic. Just one stop away or a 20-minute walk from Giugaoka area, you'll get to Todoroki Valley. It is the only valley in the 23 wards of Tokyo, and because this place doesn't get very popular, you can truly indulge in the beautiful and peaceful atmosphere. Alright, next neighborhood for you is Tenza Isle. Tenza Isle floats in the seaside area of Tokyo's Shinagawa ward. It is a small area but filled with all kinds of attractions. Here at Tenza Isle, you'll find an open boardwalk where you can take a walk while looking at the waterside up close. The view is good everywhere from all around the boardwalk, and there are chairs in some places so you can spend a relaxing time bathing in the sun. At night, the surrounding buildings are lit up and you can take in the gorgeous night view. There are many fashionable cafes and restaurants here, so you can have a cup of tea or a meal while gazing at the glittering skyscrapers. Higashi Shinagawa Marine Park is a green park connected by the Isle Bridge. From the deck on the rooftop, you can see the Tennozu Canal and the Meguro River water gate installed at the mouth of the Meguro River up close. There's also a mini botanic garden where you can enjoy seasonal flowers and herbs. Here, the observatory overlooks the waterfront park, the canals, and the skyscrapers. Okay, next neighborhood I've got for you is Toyosu. Toyosu is a populous city with plenty of activities and great food. With the relocation of the Tsukiji market to Toyosu in November 2016, Toyosu has been getting more and more attention. The Toyosu market has 3 market buildings. This was originally a wholesale market for professionals, but part of it is open to the general public and tourists. The restaurant area of Toyosu market is also divided into 3 areas with a variety of restaurants like Japanese food, seafood bowl, tempura, Western food, curry, Chinese food, and beef bowl. Even though there's a huge variety, most dishes are centered around seafood. Come here to enjoy a delicious meal when you visit Toyosu. Lalapo Toyosu is a landmark of Toyosu. It is a large-scale commercial facility with about 180 shops where you can shop for anything from home appliances, interior goods, and household goods, as well as different restaurants. One of the major attractions here is to visit Team Lab Planets. It is a huge immersive space created by Team Lab, which creates artworks using technology. You can experience this place barefoot, and some of the 7 works actually have you walking in water. It's a unique experience to enjoy while taking pictures and immersing yourself in digital art all around you. If you're interested in sports, check out the Toyosu Sports Playground. It has 6 different areas, including a running track, a basketball court, and different facilities for you to enjoy and use freely. Okay, now that we've talked about Toyosu, let's talk about Kitasenju. Kitasenju has many old buildings, and it is a historical city where you can feel the atmosphere of Edo. Kitasenju has become a popular tourist destination and a great spot to live in because of its easy access to the 5 different train lines and the calm atmosphere of the city. Senju Street Station was originally a fish store, and it has become a tourist information center for Kitasenju. It has a nostalgic retro appearance. There's also a mini exhibition corner corner associated with kitasenju for you to discover the history and culture of this area. There's also the Arakawa River. It flows through Adachi Ward and brings a relaxing atmosphere. The Adachi-ku Arakawa Visitor Center is located about a 15-minute walk away from Kitasenju Station, and different exhibits and activities related to Arakawa are held here. You can thoroughly learn about the history and the nature with the extensive exhibits about Arakawa and the insects and the aquatic creatures derived from Arakawa. Adachi is also known for the Adachi fireworks. Adachi fireworks began in the Meiji era. Apparently, fireworks were launched to celebrate the completion of Senju Ohashi. The first Senju Fireworks Festival was held in 1918, and now it's held around the end of July every single year. If you're around Tokyo that time, make sure to drop by the Adachi fireworks. These are just some of the many unique, less well-known neighborhoods around Tokyo. Many of the local neighborhoods have a lot to offer, so keep your eyes open and allow yourself to thoroughly explore this gorgeous city. Which of these neighborhoods are you most interested in exploring? Let us know in the comment section down below. If you want to find out more about these neighborhoods as well as different local neighborhoods around Tokyo and around Japan, make sure to check out the description box down below. We started to create some fun scavenger hunts around unknown and underrated places around Japan for you, so make sure to check those out. If you enjoyed this video and want to find out more about Japan travel, Japanese culture, moving to Japan, living in Japan, and more, make sure to subscribe and press the bell notification. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.